This is also historic because this being Black History Month and a lot of history and herstory makers, this is the first time where we got two Black quarterbacks that will be starting the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. Both of them born and raised here in Texas. You know this time was coming, ladies and gentlemen. It had to happen. And this time, for real, Tom Brady has decided to hang it up for good after 23 seasons. He has decided to retire football altogether. I just care about the halftime show. Halftime show is the amazing, talented Rihanna.
Yeah, TikTok, I'm just rolling on the block. Marisa took me, heard that. Pocket show about to start. Heard that. You should know if entertainment is your goal. You talking sports or travel, yo. This the hottest pod show. Heard that. She got her shoes, everything she says is truth. If you don't know, now you know. All you ever gotta say is heard that, heard that, heard that, heard that, heard that, heard that. Look, all you ever gotta say.
What's up, Heard That Nation? Listening in the United States and around the world, you are now listening to the Heard That with Marisa Tigney podcast. If you're watching right now on YouTube, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you stay in the know of every single new episode and every guest that I have on this show. If you are hearing in the sound of my headphones and everything that's happening here technology-wise to the speakers, a lot of dripping type noise because snow apocalypse is finally over here in Texas. Nobody went outside. I'm not used to the streets not being shoveled and salt being on the sidewalks because y'all know originally I'm from Michigan. Those that have been following me on my show, you know who my team is, which I will talk about momentarily and why I'm rocking this shirt instead of the Heard That gear, which you can get at heardthatwithmarisa.com, by the way, shameless plug. And so all of that is melting. We got the icicles finally melting, snow finally melted, people back doing what they do because of the fact that there's no more snow on the ground. There's no more ice. There's a problem in the stores right now. Everything is off the shelves, water, eggs, milk, meat. I saw people that live in the same town as I do here outside of Dallas that went to Walmart and went to Target, and the shelves were completely empty. All the necessities, bread, energy drinks, water, like I said, you name it, it was gone completely from the shelves. So basically it was like a little mini trapped in your house type thing from 2020 when we were all inside and COVID was basically kept us indoors. So now snow apocalypse 2023 here in Texas is finally over with. But you know what's starting and what's beginning? The Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen, Super Bowl 2023. We are right around the corner. Right now, it's the pro games that are happening right now with NFC versus AFC. Peyton Manning, Eli Manning is kind of a fun ordeal that they're doing with all kinds of different games from dodgeball to like a throw and catch type of deal to all different kinds of stuff that's happening for the next several days over the weekend. So it's pretty cool to see some of the players that were selected on that. I think it was a fan vote, and those that were voted in to participate. It's pretty cool. It's on ESPN, and I was streaming it on ESPN Plus a few days ago because of snow apocalypse with the whole thing going on with electricity and everything that was happening. So we didn't stay in the dark too long. So it was, quickly in and out, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun to see what these football players and everything else that they didn't make. Unfortunately, those that were in the postseason got eliminated, and those that didn't make the postseason were already eliminated. Again, shout out to my Lions and some of the players that did make it: Frank Ragnow, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell. If I'm missing anybody, shame on me, but I'm excited about some of my Lions players and how the Lions season ended, and I did talk about that on the previous podcast. But back to the matter at hand, we got two teams. We got Super Bowl week coming up. We've got Kansas City Chiefs back at it since 2018, or 2020, should I say, versus the Philadelphia Eagles at 2018. That's the last time that they won a Super Bowl. And people are calling this the Kels Bowl. And I say Kels, but even though people call him Kelsey, Jason Kelsey, Travis Kelsey, they are the first brothers to go against each other in the Super Bowl. They will play against each other in the Super Bowl. A lot of interesting stats that are coming out of all of this historical bowl, if you will. Again, not just them with the brothers playing against each other, but you've got Jalen Hurts, who is the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. He is the youngest QB that will be starting for the Philadelphia Eagles. on the Philadelphia Eagles staff, not the youngest QB ever, but just for the Philadelphia Eagles at 24 years old. And then you got Coach Andy Reid, who had coached this team. This is the first time he is facing them in the Super Bowl. He last coached the Philadelphia Eagles in 2012. 2013 is when he was made the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. And needless to say, he has had a very successful run since then, especially with Patrick Mahomes being his starter. This is the first Super Bowl for head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Sirianni. The last head coach to win a Super Bowl was Doug Peterson. And those that are familiar with his name, he is the one that turned around in one season the Jacksonville Jaguars and took them to the postseason. Trevor Lawrence at the helm there of quarterback. They're going to do some amazing things. It's going to be exciting, Jacksonville, for you to see where this team is going, especially with Doug Peterson, who I have picked as head coach of the year, because the remarkable turnaround from a team that I believe only won 2 games. They were the first pick in the draft. Lions followed up with second. And, my boys ended up 9-8 and eliminating Green Bay. So that's just soundness right there for me. I'll take that any day of the week. This is the first appearance in the Super Bowl. Now, the thing about Nick Sirianni and some of these Philadelphia fans that are so-called diehards, because receipts was being pulled out on some of them. And here's the thing with social media. It is a tricky thing. If you're going to go on social media, you're going to post your disdain, your angst, your displeasures, if you will, of teams, especially not teams, it's coaches that are selected on there. Nick Sirianni was introduced the day that they made it to the postseason, and actually the day that they won the Super Bowl. They won the Super Bowl because they were the earlier game this past Sunday. He had announced that he was the head coach and the plans he was going to do. And a lot of you Eagles fans were upset at the fact of the selection because he wasn't a flashy name. He wasn't someone who had a long resume. He was someone that had, championships and was associated with winning and all of that. A lot of you Eagles fans immediately changed your tune when he started developing this team and started putting the pieces together, and Jalen Hurts started playing better. The only couple of losses was, unfortunately, when Hurts was out and the mustache rider was in, and his name is slipping me, Gordon Minshew. There we go. Gordon Minshew came in, and one was a close loss and one was a blatant, unfortunate loss that the Eagles had. But nevertheless, Eagles fans, you should be singing the praises of this man, who I'm really surprised is not in the top 3 finalists for Coach of the Year for what he has done for this team. Right now, currently 5-0 with this incredible run that he and this team is doing. And a lot of people in Vegas now have their bets on the Eagles winning this in a close margin. And I love close games. I love close games right to the edge of the seat. I don't like the one-sided blowout games, which unfortunately happened to the 49ers, them losing 31-7 to the Eagles, who are now in the Super Bowl. And, I just wanted to give a shout out to Brock Purdy again. And I think I mentioned this on my other broadcast, that he was the last pick a year ago in the draft. Mr. Irrelevant, that's what they call the last players that get picked last in the draft. That should be no more associated with him anymore. He had, before the loss, he was 7-0. Incredible run by him to go out there and just play like he's been the starter the whole entire time, made adjustments throughout every single game that he made. It's unfortunate that he got hurt early in this game. And then come to find out, he is requiring surgery now off season. He had tore some ligaments in his elbow, and he's going to be out for quite a while. So, thoughts and prayers to him. But he has nothing to hang his head about. And 49ers players, especially Fred Warner, had said that without him, they wouldn't be in the position where they were. The run that they had, the amazing, incredible run that they had, wouldn't have happened without him at the helm. And he just played absolutely amazing. But once he got hurt, they had Josh Johnson go in, and Josh Johnson got hurt. And then, Brock Purdy came in and did all he can, got McCaffrey involved and all that. But it was just too much offense, too much defense. Jalen Hurts was playing out of his mind, even though he wasn't fully healthy. He, did what he could do. Limited throwing and running and all that, and just cool, calm, collected all the way through. And this is going to be an amazing, incredible Super Bowl, and I can't wait to see this. This is also historic because this being Black History Month, and a lot of history and herstory makers. And side note, I'm going to have some amazing history makers and her story makers on this podcast. So you definitely want to hit the subscribe button, and you definitely want to sign up for alerts at heardthatwithmarisa.com. This is the first time where we got 2 Black quarterbacks that will be starting the Super Bowl: Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. Both of them born and raised here in Texas. Hurts being 24, Patrick Mahomes being slightly older at 27. This is incredible history that's going to be happening as far as that. So, this is going to be an amazing matchup. I already had people have hit me up in the DMs. You're like, who do you think is going to win? Who do you think has a better team? Or both of them are superior teams. Both of them are really great. You have 2 quarterbacks literally during this time that there's a 2-week period. Hopefully, because they both have, amazing training staff that can, rehab them and everything else, because both of them are not at 100%. We saw that with Patrick Mahomes when he had a defender roll up on his ankle, and then Jalen Hurts already had injuries that he was dealing with his shoulder, I believe, and his knee. And this is going to be where who is going to look good in the process of this time that they have off, with limited practice or full-on practice as soon as the week continues to progress and we're closer and closer to the Super Bowl. So it's going to be interesting to see which quarterback is going to be that guy that makes the plays, that that can run when it needs to be on first down, because both of them are great in the pocket. Both of them can run when it needs to be. If they don't have anybody open, if they don't have anybody on offense that they can throw it to, they're not scared to go and try to run and sacrifice their bodies for these defenders that are coming at them. So with that being said, I just give the slight edge. Fly Eagles fly. I know a lot of my listeners are Eagles fans, so I'm giving y'all a slight edge. Fly Eagles fly. I don't know. I'm going to probably post it up on my page what the final score will be. I haven't gotten to that point yet because there's just so much that's going to be happening this month. You got the Super Bowl. You've got these Pro Bowl games that are going on. You got down the road. You got the Grammys that's happening this weekend, and it'll be by the time, and I'm going to do a Grammy episode by the time this episode drops. So that's going to be pretty good. People, like I said, are calling this the Kelsey Bowl. Some people are like going, I don't care about football altogether. I just care about the halftime show. Halftime show is the amazing, talented Rihanna. She's going to be leading the halftime show. And again, I think I did this on a previous show when I just wanted to give a shout out to her marketing team for what they did. She comes out with an amazing, incredible, now Oscar nominated song for Wakanda Forever, Black Panther 2. And then now the announcement after she had the song drop several days later, it was announced that she was going to do the halftime show. So that is going to be incredible. I'm looking forward to a great game, a close game. And of course, Rihanna is going to own the halftime show. And then everybody's going to, appreciate Pepsi, because I'm sure Pepsi is sponsoring all of that and everything else. Side note, Pepsi, I haven't drank a Pepsi in a long time. Just because the flavor to me, for some reason, I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know. Maybe Pepsi has changed their formula. I'm not a big soda drinker. So y'all can let me know in the comments, should I go back to Pepsi? Has it become better? Have not. I mean, it's been 20 something years since I drank a Pepsi. So, but, it could be delicious, could be not. I know they got all different kinds of crazy flavors that are out and everything else. So I don't know. I'll probably give it a try just for that special occasion of the Super Bowl, and that one time only. This time was coming, ladies and gentlemen. It had to happen. And this time, for real, for good, the GOATs of all goats, Tom Brady has decided to hang it up for good after 23 seasons. He has decided to retire. He went on his social media page. I think that it was reported that he had gone to the facility early that morning at 6:00 and said that this was something that he was deciding for a long period of time, that, he had done literally everything. And I'm going to read the stats to you. I mean, the man is 45 years old in the most phenomenal shape ever. Whatever he's doing, whatever food regimen, beverage regimen, exercise regimen, everything else, I mean, it's top notch. Some people look like, they're 38, 39, they look like they went through life. This guy, I mean, he'll be 46 when the season starts. I mean, just absolutely incredible. First ballot, hands down, like, it's Tom Brady. But he had made his official retirement. I'm going to cue it up real quick, but he had made his official retirement on his social media page on Twitter.
Good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring for good. I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So I won't be long-winded. You only get one super emotional retirement essay, and I used mine up last year. So really thank you guys so much, to every single one of you, for supporting me, my family, my friends, my teammates, my competitors. I could go on forever. There's too many. Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing. Love you all.
Listen, I'll go on for you, Tom, because you're just absolutely phenomenal. That's why I'm rocking the Michigan shirt. Sorry about that, y'all. That's why I'm rocking the Michigan shirt, because y'all that have followed me for a very long time, Michigan versus everybody. He was my quarterback back in the day. Was he the best quarterback? No. He got drafted 199, 197, 198, 99, 1 to 2. I remember when he was doing and this is way before now, the combine is just this whole entire spectacle of events. And then you got, different events that happen to that, and Run Rich Run and all of that's taking place now. Especially it's so well put now. You see it on ESPN, but NFL Network does a really great job with the NFL Combine, the 2-3 day event, which is right around my birthday, late weekend of February, early weekend of March. But I remember distinctively, and I'm still waiting on social media, and if he said something, let me know in the chat. But Mel Kiper, I remember when the night of the draft, it was the first night of the draft. One of those nights, first or second night of the draft, and Mel Kiper had literally said that Tom Brady was not going to make it in the NFL, too slow, too gawky, and just said a whole bunch of negative stuff about him and everything else. Well, dear Mel Kiper, 23 seasons he lasted, and he lasted longer than any quarterback that was drafted in his class. I can't even name all of them that were drafted with him in his class, but he outlasted all of them. 23 seasons, 7-time Super Bowl champion, literally has a ring for almost every finger but 3. 5-time Super Bowl MVP, 3-time league MVP. Listen to this, y'all. 89,214 regular season passing yards. That's first of all time. 640 regular season touchdowns. First of all time. 13,400 playoff passing yards, first of all time. 88 playoff touchdowns, first of all time. You cannot tell me in the chat and argue with me whatsoever that this Michigan alum, this New England Patriot GOAT, this Tampa Bay Buccaneer GOAT, mind you, he won a ring with the Buccaneers and 6 of them with the Patriots. You cannot tell me that he is not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You might as well just get the jacket for him ready now. Like, just go, somebody from the Pro Football Hall of Fame committee, go to his house, get his measurements, get that already set ahead of time, put it in your database or however you do, and just have it set aside. He's coming in 5 years, and it's already on my list to go to Canton and see him be inducted. Like that is a must. I have my number 10 jersey from many years ago. I don't know if it still fits. I may have to go get a new one, but I still have it from when he was in college. I still have some of my Michigan T-shirts. Gosh, telling how old I am. That I have that when he was a player at the time. That I still have in the treasure chest that I have in my closet. So yeah, I'll be waiting for that day when they announce who the class of 20. Let me see, we got 5 years from 2028 will be, and Tom Brady will definitely be in it. I mean, y'all don't need to do a surprise visit. Everything else, just call them and say, "Hey, GOAT, you're in." Pretty much, you're in. So, so it's gonna be an amazing time when he is announced on the Hall of Fame class of 2028. But good luck to number 10 in Michigan and number 12 in the NFL. Tom Brady, you are the GOAT of all time. I don't know what else to say or anything to add to that, but it was such an honor and a privilege of watching you. And it'd be nice, one day down the road that, you holler at your girl, come on the show, I come to you, however it is, and we just chatted up about, your career, because it was an incredible career, and it was such an honor to watch you. I got to watch him live one time, and and from the nosebleeds, it's a completely different vibe. I mean, but you're there watching the GOAT that is going to go to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and then whatever he does beyond that, to be absolutely incredible. So it was just an honor to be to watch that one game with him. I didn't get to see him in Michigan, so that was an unfortunate bummer of mine. But you know what? Got to see him one time play live in his career, so that was really cool. So he's going to do amazing stuff. I hope that people had said, I think that it was a thing on there that said he was supposed to be an analyst on Fox. I don't know. I don't see him as an analyst. I see him more as a coach. I don't know. I mean, the sky's the limit for him, 45 years young, now that he's got time to be with, raise his kids and be with his family and everything else. So yeah, so congratulations, Tom Brady. You are absolutely incredible. So make sure y'all do me a favor. Check out my amazing store. I heard that with Marisa.com. I got a brand new candle. I partnered with a small business owner, Taylor DeBerry. Taylor is a candle maker in Las Vegas, and she has had her business since the pandemic 2020, and has literally partnered. Her and I have partnered, and now this is our 4th installment of Candles for a Cause. These are amazing candles. These are travel size candles that you can light up in your home or wherever you go. And I have them on there, and right now I have them on display, and it's called Chill and Repeat. An amazing scent, non-toxic, 100% soy. She made them. She put them in gold tins, and I love gold. Who doesn't love gold? So I have them right now, $40. Sell out of them. The proceeds go to Lupus Foundation of America. That's why I call these Candles for the Cause. It's my 4th installment of one. I have done other nonprofit organizations, and if you can think of a nonprofit that I should check out and look into, just hit me up at heardthatwithmarisa.com. Leave me a message here in the chat if you're watching right now on YouTube, and I'll check it out because I research, and my team researches everything. So I truly appreciate that. And those that have supported, I appreciate you going through and supporting me and everything that I do. And thank you all for watching and for listening. And as I always end the show, please take care, stay safe. Glad that it finally stopped snowing here in Texas. I'm out of here.